Hey there, welcome back. So I'm over at my parents today. We're working on my dad's GL1500, his 1995 Goldwing Trike. And we are working on putting in some new shocks. You've likely seen this before, but this is the 1995 Honda Goldwing GL1500 Trike. This is the suspension that we're going to be putting in, the shocks. They're progressive suspension, number 412-4223C series, heavy duty shocks. And they fit the GL1500, the 88 to 2000, and the Motor Trike. One thing to notice on these is the lower eye on the shocks have a little bit of an offset. And so this is something we need to kind of keep an eye on. My dad's decided he wants to put the new shocks in, mostly because the rubbers around these here have ended up getting hard and they've cracked and they've been crushed. So my dad was having a heck of a time trying to find information on these shocks and air springs. He'd even gone to the Honda dealership to try and get some information there. They weren't able to help him too much. Since this trike is a Motor Trike bike, he went to Motor Trike to try and get some information from them. They did try to help quite a bit, but to no avail. So he went back online and he just started searching and searching. He finally came to this blog, which was like a needle in a haystack. Within there was a poster by the name of Steamer that ended up giving some information about where and what air shocks to find. And so he was able to take that, go online. He was able to find the rear shock absorbers on eBay. All right, first step, we're gonna need to jack up the trike and support the rear axle with some jack stands. Step is to remove the lug nuts. We're going to use a 3/4 inch socket for that. And then just remove that tire. Then we just repeat it on the other side. So like I mentioned a moment ago, these rear shock absorbers, that lower eyelet is a little bit offset. And so here you can see that there's a little bit more space on this side than there is on that side. So closer to the rear axle is going to be like the more narrow area. So just keep that in mind when you're putting this back together. All right, next step is we're going to remove the shock absorber and we're going to start with the lower bolt and washer. We're using a 1/2 inch ratchet for that. All right, and then next step is to remove the upper bolt and washer. Hey, and by the way, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel. So in comparison, the old one compared to the new one is just slightly shorter, maybe about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch shorter. We're adding the bushings that came with the bike. Slipping that back up there. Okay. So in order to get these to line up, like that, a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Yep, we're there. So we're using a bottle jack. Put that just sleeve on it there. Slip that sleeve in there. There we go. Okay. Yep, and then one of these bolts. go. Other sleeve on there. So next we're going to torque this down to 17 foot-pounds, top and bottom. It's there. And that's per the Honda Goldwing service manual. There we go. Perfect. Next we're going to take the spanner wrench and we are going to adjust the new shock up to the next notch right there. And that's where the old one was, and also in the directions it shows at the minimum, which is the first notch, which is a rider up to 180 pounds, light luggage, or the second and third notch, rider weight 180 and above, full dress, trailer, occasional passenger, and then you can go up to 4 and 5 for full dress, 2-up trailer, sidecar. We're actually going to go to the second notch. We push a little over 180 plus whatever else we're hauling around when we're riding, so I think the second notch is the best. Okay, so we've got the spanner wrench on there, and we just got to get it one click over. And it takes a decent amount of pressure to do it. There we go. So we've gone from one to the second. Okay, just like the first side, we're going to do the same step by taking that lower bolt off using a 1/2-inch socket. Keep in mind there's 2 washers, 1 lock nut, 1 flat, and then there's also 2 spacers that are on that post there. Yeah, it's moving, yep. Okay. Okay, and before we install and add those bushings or spacers, we're going to add just a little bit of grease to there. The grease came with the kit. Want to make sure we have that offset facing towards the rear. Slip that on up there. A little screw up there so it holds that. Okay, and then we got to go ahead and let that bottle jack down a little bit here. Okay, I'm looking for these to line up.
Is it coming down?
Yep, it's coming down. Just about. Yep, and a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It needs that rear end needs to come down still. So we just gotta come up with the jack a little. There we go. Yep. Yep. A little bit more. I can't see. Yep, just a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Maybe too much now.
Too much.
Too much.
Damn it.
Too little. Come up. Right in there. There we go. Just to go up just a little bit.
Up a little bit. A little bit more. There we go.
Okay. And what you couldn't see off camera there is we're using that ATV jack to go up and down just a little bit to help line this up a little. Not much, we're just moving it like 1/4 inch maybe at a time. We'll go ahead and snug up the bottom and top bolts. And then we're going to go ahead and torque that to 17 foot-pounds. There's the click. Again at the bottom. There's the click. Last thing we're going to do is use a spanner wrench and we're going to get that to the next click. Just like that. As you can see, we're on that second notch there. up just a little bit more. The jack stands out. Okay, coming down. And once it's down, we're gonna go ahead and torque the wheels in a cross pattern. And we're gonna torque ours to 80. I'm actually gonna hold the brake while we're doing this. Double check each one. Okay, we're there. And repeat on the other side. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps the channel, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. So thanks for joining us, putting on the new rear shock absorbers. Make sure to stay tuned for the next video where we put on some air springs. All right.